say envy is a shadow, silent, formless, always behind you. But I know better now. Envy has a shape, a reflection, and a room it calls home. My name is Alira Graves, and I was never meant to enter room 13 of Highvale Manor. But envy led me there, whispered, begged, seduced, and now I write this not as a warning, but as a confession. For what you envy, you become, and what you become may not be you at all. It began with an invitation, left at my doorstep like a curse. No stamp, no return address, just my name in rich green ink on parchment that smelled faintly of roses and rot. Miss Alira Graves, you are invited to the unveiling of the Mirror of Invidia. Highvale Manor, room 13. October 13th, 13 o'clock. Envy reveals the truth beneath beauty, power, and purpose. I should have laughed it off, should have burned it, but I didn't, because deep inside, where the quiet rot of my soul festered, I was curious. I had spent years being invisible, a nurse in the psych ward, cleaning vomit and changing sheets for people who talked to walls and clawed their own faces. Meanwhile, my older sister, Evelyn, was bathing in champagne on magazine covers, an internationally renowned artist hailed for her emotionally raw portraits. She painted sorrow. I lived it. Evelyn always had everything. Our parents' love, talent, money, admirers. I was the afterthought, the clever one, the one with practicality, but no spark, no fire. So when the letter arrived, part of me, maybe the worst part, hoped the mirror would show me something better, something I could have been. I took the Friday off, told no one, drove alone into the gray hills outside the city until I found the remains of Highvale Manor. It looked haunted long before I stepped inside. Iron gates rusted open. The air smelled like old books and extinguished candles. Ivy had strangled much of the stonework. The windows were smeared with age. I felt watched from the moment I parked. But I kept going. The front doors creaked open with a strengthless push. Dust hung like smoke. I walked under chandeliers, crusted in spiderwebs, past halls echoing with the memory of music. No one else was there. Only a small black plaque at the stairway. Room 13, third floor. I don't know why I wasn't afraid. Not then, not yet. The hallway to room 13 was lined with old portraits. Eyes that followed, mouths too tightly shut. The silence felt swollen, as if sound had been strangled from the very air. And then, the door. Black, numbered in tarnished brass. 13. I hesitated, hand on the knob. Something primal whispered, "Don't." But envy is louder than instinct. The room was windowless, circular, lit by a light with no source. In its center stood the mirror. Tall, framed in black wood etched with serpents biting their own tails. Its surface shimmered, not with reflection, but with possibility. And then, I saw her. She looked like me. She was me, but thinner, taller, lips fuller, hair shinier, eyes brighter. Her skin glowed with confidence. She wore a sleek black dress, the way her chin tilted, regal, powerful. She didn't smile, just watched me with a flicker of recognition, as if I were the ghost. I turned to look behind me. No one. Looked back at the mirror. She was still there. I raised my hand, so did she. But she was half a beat ahead. A second of delay, but unmistakable. I waved both arms rapidly. She followed, but lagged, mimicked, like an actor rehearsing. Then she smirked. I didn't. As goosebumps danced up my spine. I stepped closer. Behind her, her world was not the room I stood in. Hers was golden, sunlit, a palace. People bowed in the background. Cameras flashed. My name, Alira Graves, flashed in a neon signature behind her. She was famous, beloved, envied. I reached out, touched the glass. It was warm, and then she spoke. No sound, just lips moving. "Let me in." I jerked back. The air shifted. Something inside the room stirred. "Who are you?" I whispered. She raised a finger, slowly pressed it to her lips. Shh. I blinked. She was closer. Right behind the glass. I hadn't moved. I stumbled backward. My heel hit something. A velvet rope stand, the kind used in museums. It clattered. When I looked back, she was gone. Just me. Plain, tired, ugly little me. The air felt colder now. I left the room shaking, heart pounding, made it down the stairs, nearly sprinted to my car. But the mirror didn't leave me. That night I dreamed of her. Not me, her. Standing in the mirror, watching me sleep, her eyes glowing faintly green. She mouthed it again. Let me in. I woke up screaming. In the days that followed, things began to change. At first, little things. My phone showed alerts for art exhibitions I never followed. Emails congratulating me on awards I hadn't won. My bathroom mirror flickered with that other face, always smiling, always waiting. Then, it happened. I looked in my hallway mirror one morning, and I was her. Not seeing her, I was her. The hair, the eyes, the lips. I turned, touched my face, heart hammering. I wasn't dreaming. And then it snapped back. One blink, and the frumpy Alira was back. But the aftertaste remained. I wanted more. I needed it. That night I returned to Highvale. Room 13 was waiting. The mirror shimmered again. I stood inside. This time she reached out. Her hand pressed against the glass. I reached back. Our fingers met. A blinding pain shot through my arm. My nails cracked, bleeding. But I couldn't pull away. I screamed. No one heard. And then I blacked out. When I awoke, I was outside, on the steps, drenched in sweat. My phone buzzed. It was Evelyn. Are you okay? She asked, voice trembling. I had the strangest dream about you. Something's wrong. I felt it. I lied. I'm fine. But I wasn't. Because that night, I didn't dream of her. She was gone. And something in my chest had shifted. The days turned strange. People treated me differently. At work, my patients smiled at me. Doctors complimented my voice. One said I had presence. Another asked if I'd ever considered modeling. When I looked in mirrors now, sometimes I caught a flash. Myself, but better. Improved. My skin cleared. My voice became deeper, smoother. I laughed more. Or rather, she laughed through me. I began to lose memories. Tiny ones at first, where I'd put my keys, what I'd had for lunch. But then, entire conversations vanished. Whole evenings blurred. One night I awoke to find myself standing in front of the bathroom mirror, whispering a language I didn't know. The reflection wasn't me. Her eyes glowed green. And then I understood. We weren't sharing. She was replacing me, bit by bit. My body was becoming hers. And I was becoming a memory. I sought help. A psychologist named Dr. Lorraine agreed to see me after I told her everything. To my surprise, she didn't laugh. She listened, took notes, asked me to draw the mirror. When I finished, she stared for a long time. Then she said softly, "You're not the first." What? Others have seen it, described similar things. A mirror that shows you the life you envy most and feeds off your desire until it replaces you with the version of yourself who has it. I stared at her, heart racing. "It's not psychological," she whispered. "It's parasitic, transcendental mimicry." She paused. "Alira, the more you envy her, the more power she has. Then how do I stop it?" She hesitated. "You don't. You either forget or destroy the mirror." I returned to Highvale, this time with gasoline and a sledgehammer. I don't remember the drive. It was like sleepwalking into hell. Room 13 was darker now. The mirror stood still, silent, and empty. No reflection. No me. No her. I approached, touched it, cold as death. Then a whisper filled the room. Hundreds of voices overlapping, like wind howling through bones. "You want to be her?" I screamed, slammed the sledgehammer into the glass. It didn't break. I hit again. Nothing. The mirror laughed. And then, it pulled me in. I was inside.